What's going on, guys? Today we are talking about the S4. I have some updates for you, but I literally just went outside to film this video. I cleaned the car Sunday. Look at this. All gone. Much better. Alright, well, now that we've got the bird poop taken off the car, let's talk about some updates for the S4. The first being, how is the wrap holding up? Now, we've done some serious road tripping in this car, and there are some marks in the vinyl. Obviously, there's some bugs and whatever, but there's a couple holes that are difficult to find, like right there. Right there, that was definitely a rock that hit the car and put a hole in the vinyl. There's a couple more in here, but for the most part, the vinyl's holding up really well. Now, one issue that I did run into is these black spots on the trunk of the car. Now, they're not there anymore because I washed the car on Sunday and I took some pretty drastic measures. But what I would get is, if you see here, there's all this dirt buildup. There's a couple black dots there. That's all soot from the exhaust as well as road grime. And what I was finding was, I think soot from the exhaust was actually melting into the vinyl because there would be all these black spots all over the rear of the car, and I couldn't get them off with just washing the car. What I ended up doing was just grabbing some cheap generic polish that I had laying around, used what I had, and just took a polishing pad and just rubbed it on the trunk. And, well, as you can see, besides those black dots, if I wipe this away, the paint is totally 100% clear. Or rather, the vinyl is totally 100% clear of those black dots, which was such a relief. I did also have to polish down in this area to get the color back. I think it's the dirt and the brake dust from the front wheels going down the side of the car that make it kind of spotty. But now you can see it's super reflective. I can see myself in it. It looks fantastic. As far as vinyl lifting goes, the only issues I've really had are with the window trim, which are just a pain in the butt. We just have to tuck or cut too short, and it's just annoying. So that's really the only place that I've had lift. Besides the edge of this hood right here, you can see that tucked back. I should probably just cut that off. It used to be tucked up in there, and now it's not. And a lot of you guys said this wouldn't work, but the vinyl on the brake calipers is holding up fine. I missed a little spot cleaning there. But the vinyl on the brake calipers is holding up fine, no issues. I'm sure when I go to remove it, I may run into some trouble. The only thing is that this gray gets dirty really quick, and it makes the ignition tube look not so great. Now, we did run into some other small issues, namely this clicking noise that we heard in Pittsburgh. It sounded like this, thanks to Sam for running alongside the car to record it. And what we figured out, thanks to the wonderful B8 and B8.5 owners group on Facebook, is that my motor mounts were going bad. I hit up my friends over at FCP Euro, which every part has a lifetime warranty, so obviously I'm buying my stuff through them. And if you didn't know, they now resell 034 motorsport parts, which if you buy through FCP, I believe also have a lifetime warranty. So in here are two street density motor mounts. Those will be going on the car in the next week to solve that clicking issue. The other cool thing about ordering stuff through FCP is, while 034 is quick on shipping, FCP is in New England, and I'm also in New England, which makes this stuff arrive in like a day or two. And finally, under the hood, we have a classic B8 and B8.5 issue. And that is that there is a ton of heat back here because my cats are slowly clogging. Now, this is a common issue with the amount of heat that these cars generate and the proximity of the cats to the motor, and slowly they start to clog over time. And I know that on dual pulley, people generate enough heat that they either clog the cats and blow the motor, or they blow the cats clean out of the car. I don't want to deal with either of those, and I'd really like to go full throttle without it reeking of cats. I also could tell my cats were going bad because there was a silver ring on the inside of the exhaust tips, which is cat material coming out. Now, when we were in Pittsburgh, I definitely felt some excessive heat coming out of this area, more than normal, and the car stayed hotter than longer, and that's likely because the cats were harboring all the exhaust and all the heat inside of them as they were getting clogged. So I went ahead and ordered JHM race pipes. They should be at the shop tomorrow, and I'm getting them installed next week. My buddy over at Blacklist Builds, if you haven't checked him out, make sure to check him out, was saying that it makes the car pretty rowdy. So I'm excited for that, but also a little bit nervous because I do drive the car so much. I don't want a ton of drone. The hope is that it doesn't come out too raspy, but apparently it's going to sound pretty wicked at full throttle. I'm just worried about the drone when I'm driving on the highway. If you know anything about doing cats on these cars, you know that the motor has to be lifted up. It's a huge pain in the butt, so I won't be attempting it myself just because of time and the amount of labor involved. My good friends over at Auto Engineering are going to be taking care of that for me, thankfully. That's going to be a huge job. I'm super excited for that, and once that's in, I'm sure I'll have some reviews for you guys, as well as some thoughts on the test pipes. Once the test pipes are back in, I'm hoping to go back to the track and run an 11 on 104 octane before then being able to go dual pulley, because now that I don't have any cats, there's no reason not to go dual pulley. pulley and make that extra power, and then we'll be aiming for a low 11. We'll see, it's going to be a process, but I'm excited to take you guys with me. So that's an update on the S4. If you guys have any other questions, make sure to ask them in the comments below. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at IgnitionTubeYT to see my almost daily content, and as always, thank you guys for watching. Go out there and spread some positivity, and I will catch you guys in the next video.